Alright, so there you are, stuck in that endless loop of life. Which is insane, right? You're trying to get out of that slump. Out of that feeling of having every single day repeat itself. The emotional roller coaster that you've been in these past weeks or months seems to be never ending. You seem to have a lifetime ticket to that emotional roller coaster and can't seem to figure out how to get out of it. That's nothing to be ashamed of. See, we all get stuck in these loops now and then. Here's the key though, instead of being in a constant loop, you need to get into a routine. It's one of my favorite quotes because I believe it's true. Now, I'm not here writing this because I believe I'm so truly intelligent, and I'm the smartest kid around. But there's something different happening in your life, that loop. That endless loop of feeling great the one day and feeling terrible the next day. And it's an obstacle in your life. It's, on the bad days, the sole reason you are not getting the things done that you should get done. Again, I've been there. The loop just didn't seem to end. It's something that sticks for way too long. It's something that is holding you back from becoming the person that you believe you should be, your best version. Which leads to the question, how the hell do you get out of it? How do you finally get that roller coaster to stop moving up and down constantly and start moving up for a while? The number one rule in life is experience new things. Let's be real, it's pretty nice, right, to just do the same things day in and day out. It lets you be in your safe little comfort zone and you don't have to experience anything that would possibly make you feel bad. Why would you not watch Netflix for hours instead of going out and talking to a bunch of women, men, and potentially getting rejected? Or apply for that one job you'd love but instead just sit around at that dead-end job you've not been enjoying for a lot of time, just because you might get rejected. Rejection sounds awful, painful, something that has a bad vibe to it in any way, shape, or form. But let me tell you, rejection and failure are the only way to ever move forward. To be able to improve yourself in a way that you have never improved yourself before. Because while you are laying on your bed, watching episode number 9 of that show you enjoy so much while feeling extremely bad about yourself for nothing doing anything worthwhile. Here's the one question you should ask yourself. Am I truly doing the thing that I believe I should be doing? If the answer is yes, keep doing it, that's your choice. If the answer is no, though, it means your subconscious is telling you something, that there's more to life than what you are experiencing now. Most people don't realize this. The fact that you are unhappy usually comes from the fact that you are not putting yourself into satisfactory situations that allow you to grow. Now, I'm not saying that's the answer for everyone, but for most people that currently are feeling down, who have that feeling that there's more for them in this world, for those people I believe there is a very easy solution. Because experiencing new things is the only way to experience new emotions. Emotions. Yes, emotions. See, most people believe that when they get out of their comfort zone, they will be terrible forever. I'll tell you a little secret. Life truly starts at the end of your comfort zone. Living in your comfort zone for the rest of your life is just a recipe for you to never improve and never build the discipline that is needed to get ahead in life. Now, maybe you don't believe me. And why would you? After all, I'm just some random kid on the internet giving you information on habits and tools that will help you improve that worked for him. And the thought, yeah, man, this all sounds cool and all, but that'll never work for me is most likely printed in your head right now. But let me just give you 2 metaphors that will help you understand this concept. I'll use 2 examples, one of the biggest companies around, Uber, and one of the most famous people in this entire world, Arnold Schwarzenegger. How Uber shows you to get out of your comfort zone. So, there he was, right? Travis, the founder of Uber, realized that his app was something that could help people find rides to their destinations without ever needing to stop a taxi and all that unnecessary stuff we used to do in the old days. He needed to get this thing to go as big as it possibly could. There was so much potential. Let's look at your comfort zone for a second. Imagine if it was Uber back when it started. It was just a small app designed to help people in San Francisco to go from one place to another. Now, that's your comfort zone. The fact that Uber was just an app that was only used in San Fran. Now, imagine if that's the end of the story. Imagine if they never went beyond San Fran. Imagine if they didn't take that first step to also launch in New York City. Then Uber wouldn't be the company it was back in 2011, but it wouldn't have been the company that it is today either. Look at your comfort zone like a business. You can do 2 things with your business. One, either stay where you are, running a local business, doing the same thing day in and day out, and never expanding beyond the office or city that you are running it in. Or 2, as soon as you've established yourself in that comfort zone, look for ways to get out of it and expand it in different areas. Now you might be thinking, yeah, dude, Uber got billions in funding. They're not like me. I'm not like them. But let's be real, Uber wasn't an overnight success. They launched in July 2010, and it wasn't until almost 10 months later that they decided to go try it in a new city. Sure, they received $11 million in funding 3 months before they expanded, But it wasn't like they magically had that happen to them. They worked hard to get there. They worked hard to get out of their comfort zone, to talk to investors, to pitch their product, to realize its potential, to see where they could be in 1, 2, 5, or 10 years from now. Now, almost 8 years later, they are one of the highest valued startups and are active in over 600 cities worldwide. Just because they took a step to get out of San Fran, to just launch it in NYC first, and then to see what else they could do. They got out of their region and experimented in different areas to improve their company. And that's exactly how your comfort zone works as well. You're never going to be able to improve yourself if you will always stay in that comfort zone that you are currently in right now. How Arnold Schwarzenegger will get you out of your comfort zone. Alright, so I am assuming you know who Arnold is. If not, he's that muscular dude from the Terminator, the guy who was an Olympian many times, the Guvinator, one of the most inspiring people in the world. I'm not going to tell you the story about how he was just a small kid in an Austrian town, where his parents didn't want him to become a bodybuilder but did it anyway. Because you can listen to his story by Googling Arnold Schwarzenegger 6 Pillars of Life. Highly recommend watching it. No, what I'm going to talk about is the guy's muscles. Or just any muscle. Look at your comfort zone like it is a muscle. A single thing that you often use for a short period while training. If you work out now and then, or often, then you know that training your muscles is a great way to get yourself more disciplined and motivated in life. Now let's look at how working on a muscle works. If you just keep doing the same routine every single time with the same weights, you cannot expect your muscle to grow in any way. It will grow a little bit, but it won't grow much. If Arnold would just get the same weights at the gym, he would never be as big as he is today. Yeah, he took some supplements, but growing yourself will require some supplements as well. Maybe not steroids, but even coffee as a supplement, or meditation, or getting enough rest. These are all supplements that allow you to grow as a person. Look at your comfort zone like it's a muscle. To make it grow, you need to experience new things and need to improve those things. By getting larger weights, you allow your muscle to grow. By experiencing new things, you allow your comfort zone to grow as well. How to get out of your comfort zone. Now that you have a decent view of knowing how your comfort zone works, it is important to realize that it's very easy to get out of your comfort zone. Do you know what makes a good salesperson? The best people in sales aren't just born like that. They allowed themselves to grind their teeth on the pavement for months, even years, to realize what does work and what doesn't work. That's a little thing called failure, something that most people will never want to experience because it hurts like a bitch to fail, right? And it does. It's pretty painful to get rejected. Whether it's your dream job, getting the phone number of that hot chick that you met at the bar, or shamefully hearing that no from a client you thought you'd close today. But in every failure, there's something incredible. The opportunity to analyze it, learn from what you did wrong, and avoid that mistake the next time. Life isn't easy, and it won't get easier when you are never willing to get out of your comfort zone. There's not much to be grateful for if you never experience new things, if you never create new habits in your life, if you never find a way to improve yourself. There's no gratitude in always staying the same, especially not in this world. The people that outperform others, that get to the top in the field that they are in, the ones that are crazy enough to think it might work, those are the ones that will truly change the environment they are in. Those are the ones that might just actually change the world. And that's, if you take anything from this at all, the one thing that should be on your mind: never be afraid to fail. Yes, failure sucks. It's fucking horrible. It will keep you up at night, like those embarrassing moments from high school that sometimes come up in your head and make your whole body shiver. But there's little to respect yourself for if you do not get out of that comfort zone. There's nothing to improve yourself on if you never get out of it. There's nothing else in life when you don't find a way to push yourself. Find the right ways to get out of your comfort zone and work yourself up to a level that you are content with. Failure is something you should be experiencing every single day. Because if you aren't experiencing failure, then you aren't getting yourself into situations where a failure is a potential option. It means you are always picking the safe option. The option that will never get you to be embarrassed in any way. But again, every failure is an opportunity for you to improve, to grow into the best version of yourself. The best chess players in the world aren't the ones that have never lost a game, because those are the ones that won't make it to the top. The best players are the ones that kept playing even though they just had a terrible defeat, the ones that kept playing after losing game after game. Because every game they lose is a new strategy for them to analyze, a new way for them to learn what they can do better next time to avoid getting caught in that strategy. Fail, 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 and then fail some more. Stop looking at failure like it's an ugly word, like it's something that should be avoided in life. Life is full of situations where you can fail, but the trick is to never look at yourself like you are a failure. Those are two entirely different things. Every failure you encounter in life is something wonderful. Sure, it takes a while to see how you can be grateful for it, but in the end, it is always worth it to fail. Because when you see failure as a potential option that is beneficial for you, you will no longer have a problem with failure. You might just feel terrible for a few hours after failing. That's natural, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Even the most successful people in life, the ones we see as legends, fail now and then, and even they feel terrible because of it. But the trick is to find a way for yourself to not look at that failure for days, weeks, or even months. Instead, look at it and learn from it. And that's one of the biggest principles that you should have in your life if you truly want to be disciplined in life. If you truly want to get somewhere in your life, to use your talents for something bigger than yourself, it means you need to get out of that comfort zone. It means you need to be content with failing now and then. Experiencing new things allows you to fail. That's why it is so important to experience new things. They allow you to fail. Do you want to pick up the guitar? Odds are the first few days every note you play is going to sound horrible, because you have no idea what you are doing and how to play it. But after a few days, that popular C and G and F progression is going to be a lot easier. You pick up those chords one by one, making sure your fingers touch the right chords at the right bar. You learn to progress between them. And then, after a few days, you're playing every single pop song that was ever recorded on your guitar. But you won't get there if you just keep doing the things you are always doing. If you stay in that comfort zone and always repeat the same things you have been doing all these weeks, months, or years, failing is something beautiful, and you will only experience it if you try out new things. It's the one thing that will keep you going during a life in which you want to reach whatever it truly is you want to reach. Push yourself beyond the boundaries that your mind is making up. Do it, don't even think about it. You know that feeling, right? There's this hot girl standing there at the bar. You think about approaching her, but the longer you hesitate, the more doubts you will make up in your mind and the more reasons you will make up to not do it. And then, after 5 seconds, you won't do it. But if you just ignored that, if you just do it as soon as you think about it, that's how you get out of your comfort zone. Because your brain is telling you that it wants you to get out of that comfort zone. That brain of yours is telling you to talk to that girl, to apply for that job, to go to the gym today. But every single second you take to not do it or to not prepare for it is a second in which you allow yourself to make up stupid reasons on why you shouldn't do it. Nah, she won't like me. Nah, they'll find a better person for that job, or nah, I'll go to the gym tomorrow. These are all terrible reasons that the voice in your head is telling you. But there was already a voice before that telling you that you should do it. Start ignoring that voice. It's not making you a better person. It's the sole thing that is stopping you from being a better person. Here's how you go from a loop to a routine. Alright, so now that you at least know how to get yourself out of that endless loop of life, the loop that is doing you no good, it is time to figure out how to get yourself into a routine. You may think, but I do have my routine. But if the things you are doing every single day constantly repeat themselves and they aren't making you better, then you're not in a routine. You're in a loop with a small chance for a positive ending. See, you will never be happy with your routine if it doesn't make you happy. How can you expect it to make you happy later in life if it isn't making you happy right now? Sure, keep doing it every single day, day after day, but soon enough you will realize that it's not the way you truly want to live your life. Instead, you need to build a routine for yourself that allows you to be happy with yourself. You need to do things in life that will make you a better person. Because by putting those new things into your routine, you will figure out what will make you happy and how it will make you happy. And you will be grateful to yourself for even setting the first steps, because they will help you to step up in life, to improve from whatever position you are currently in. I'll outline my routine here, and I'm not saying that it's the core routine that you should set for your life as well. Odds are, it will be a lot different for you. But these things work for me, at least, and by trying them out yourself you can figure out whether they work for you as well. This is my Monday through Friday schedule, and obviously, I have left some things out. But the main focus is on the things that truly help me to feel good about myself. The morning journal, the cold shower, meditation, going to the gym, working on personal things, seeing friends, reading, and listening to the Tim Ferriss podcast. This routine works incredibly well for me. It allows me to be extremely focused while I am working on the things that need to be done. Because I do so much around the hours that I do work, I can get my work done way faster during the hours that I do work. In the past, I would work 70-hour weeks. Today I work a lot less but get so much more done because I pack all the important things in a short amount of hours. Again, I am not saying this is the routine that will work for you as well. Your boss might require you to work 8 hours a day. You might not enjoy going to the gym. You might not enjoy writing. But that's not the point. The point is that you can create a routine for yourself that allows you to be that way. During the day, I also add things that allow me to fail. For example, at the office, I will make sales calls that might go extremely horribly. I might not sign them. But that's alright, because after failing a lot in that field, I know what it takes to not care and keep going to try and sign the next person I call. The content I write doesn't always score incredibly well online. Not every article I write is a life-changing article for people. Some people might leave some negative feedback on it. That sucks the first time, but after that, you will realize it's not that bad and just keep on going. Own your routine, own your life. Alright, so I slightly stole this from Aubrey Marcus, who wrote a book on Own the Day, Own Your Life, outlining the fact that if you do the right things today that make you happy and grateful, then you will live a happy and grateful life. By following a satisfying routine for your life, you will find that it is easy to have a satisfying life. A life that's full of discipline to get to the next stage, to reach the top, to get the things you want in life. And in the end, that's all that matters in life. That you can live a life that makes you happy, that allows you to be grateful to be alive every single day, in which your actions align with your inner values, and that you truly become the person that you want yourself to be.